Kay ikaw ang punuan, ug ako ang sanga. Kung ako hawa kanimo, dili ako makabunga. Sa akong mga kadaugan, ikaw gayud ang hinungdan. Angay ikaw pasalamatan, daygon ko ikaw, labaw sa tanan.
Sa tulo ka tuyo sa pagtukod sa Tupelo Radio Station. Ang ikaduha mao kini. Tumang pagpasabot sa pag-isip nga kani ay 70% sa Pilipinas tumang kangitngit. Apan salamat sa Dios nga napasukan na kita apil gani ang mga lagyo o hilit ng mga sityo. Nining dungora, akong ipapaminaw kaninyo ang akong pagigpulong atol sa tinuig nga celebration sa rural electrification. Beloved NA friends, beloved fellow warriors of light, almost 20 years ago, on 9/11/2001, the date when Muslim suicide terrorists commanded U.S. planes to crash down the Twin Towers in New York. I took my oath as NA administrator before President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo on the understanding that I would serve for only 4 months. But God's will, the few months became 9 years. Firstly, as administrator for 2 years, eventually as presidential advisor for 7 years, with authority over NA and the 119 electric cooperatives. On the same date, I dialogue with all the employees of NA. In the past 2 years, during the pandemic, I was requested to deliver a tape-recorded speech during the annual Philrica NAGMIC Convention and NA Week. But to my surprise, our new NA officer in charge, Sonia Sanjigo, insisted to deliver my talk live. Perhaps to confirm that at age 86, I am still alive and kicking, to all the employees who work with me and to the new ones who have never seen me. Allow me to remember the past by sharing a number of memories. View the video when I met and dialogue with you in 9/11/2001.
Two things. One, I don't want to be imprisoned, to be tied to the microphone. I want to have the freedom to walk and talk near you. The other one is, I don't want to be behind this because I want to be totally transparent. I want to see you and I want you to see me. I want to know you and I want you to know me. When I saw that the secretary has this cell phone where he can type, because he was typing my presence, I put as Monday. So that whenever we would be with an issue memo, May mo ganting benefits. He's a young fellow. So, as young as many of you. Okay, as I said, I'd like to speak from the heart. Until now, I have no enemies yet. No enemies yet. But definitely, in the next few days, I shall make some enemies. Bahala. So, I will speak frankly, candidly. I traveled all over this building incognito, from floor to floor, to some of people that I trust. Listening to what you're saying. Some positive, some negative, some were happy, some were apprehensive. You ask, why did Father Silva finally accept the position of administrator? Why? I am a reluctant candidate for the position of administrator. And so, you ask me why. There are two reasons. And the one is very clear. Number one, when the president of this country, in crisis, calls any citizen to serve, and she's very serious about it, I think every citizen must accept the call to service. Number two, all these 21 years that have been connected with the program, NA has been very helpful. I want to pay tribute to NA. Why? Because we could not have done what we had done and are doing all these years without the support of NA. I do not allow myself to forget, nor would I allow my people to forget. And I'm asking you not to forget what any people have done for us. And in times like this, actually, there is a clear and present danger. And I want this to be very clear. Clear and present danger with the coming in, with the enactment of a new NAA, restructured NAA, and restructured electric cooperative. Perhaps NAA, at this point, may need my help. Question, for how long? But Father Silvestre.
Good question.
Okay. For 100 days. For 100 days? Or for 1,000 days? Or for 100 years? Depending October 3rd. Number one, upon the pleasure of the President and the Energy Secretary. Number two, upon your pleasure. Well, it took me so long to accept. Once I accept the challenge, I want it done to the very end. So, for practical reasons, disabuse your minds. As long as I am the acting administrator, then I am your boss. And you know what is my concept of a boss? I'm using the term, the boss is he, the Christian principle, who serves, who becomes servant number one of the people is with. So I am now applying as servant number one of everyone. And I mean that with the bottom of my heart.
Let me show you the way. To joy beyond compare. To that joy beyond compare.
Soon after, I initiated the daily RQIM for all to listen, react. R means reflection. Q, questions. I, information, M, memo. Major purpose, to align the minds, hearts, and hands of all of us. Exactly 30 days later, we inaugurated a big auditorium where we held an interactive dialogue for 2 hours every Monday morning. We named the place HISA. H, honesty, E, efficiency, S, solidarity, A, auditorium. Happy part of the agenda were the bandings like every department presents alternately, weekly, a song and dance number. We organize 17 associations. I met with each group once a month, conversing, listening, consulting. I enforce the implementation of the equal treatment principle, regardless of ranks, thereby validating that every human being God created according to His image. We named the boardroom and meeting place for small groups Queenie, in honor of one heroic lady, Idilkin Abrigunda, nicknamed Queenie, who volunteered to fly to Batanes in behalf of a co-employee who, afraid in riding a plane, insisted in taking a boat. Queenie died on a plane crash in Manila Bay few minutes after it started to fly. In my second meeting with the Board of Administrators, I was asked to implement a board resolution passed by them 2 years ago, terminating the general manager of Aklan Electric Cooperative, who managed the co-op as if he were the owner. A number of attempts by NA to take over failed due to the fact that he had 28 armed guns. In my first attempt, immediate, he was ousted. 2 reasons. 1, my best friend, former NPA Supremo Romulo Quintanar, provided for me 200 armed NPAs walking around there in slippers. 2, my other best friend, PNP Chief Leandro Mendoza, empowered me to use force if necessary. By order of President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, in response to the constant request of the mayors of Lanao Sur, ordered me to take over Lasurico from the families of General Lau and turn the management to Napocor. Despite the threat of bloodshed, the order complied with. The Bishop of Basilan, a fellow Cebuano, phoned me informing that 3 Abu Sayyaf members wished to see me. Purpose, to order Basilco to energize their mountain barangays. 14 years already. Barangay where the Abu Sayyaf headquarters were located. And so it came to pass that I met the 3 Abu Sayyafs in the bishop's residence. To their surprise, I said, accompany me to your boss. The response. It takes hours to walk up and reach our place. But I insisted. Their boss was very happy when I told him that within a month, their barangay will be energized. To prove his gratitude, the Abusayap boss and myself, riding together on a horseback, returned to the bishop's residence. Evident proof of my love for my fellow workers of light at NA. I violated the Commission on Audit direct order, not to release a number of incentives for which they were fighting for over 10 years. I put my freedom on the line by way of rewarding the wholehearted cooperation of the NA people. No case was filed against me in the Ombudsman. If they did, I made known to the CUA team assigned in NA that if the case is filed with the Ombudsman, I will plead guilty immediately. Well, benefits, incentives received, but no case was filed. Bye-bye, my friends.
Ang guma mo kanako Dios way paglubad, bisan pa sa kung kahuyang o kalapasan. Ang adlaw padayon nga misidlak, ang hangin kanunay kong gihangga.
5 kabalaang ritual nga nagapayo o pila ka libo.
Ritual 1. Balaang pag-atubangay, tali kanimo ug sa divine mercy.
Sabat.
Ginoong Hesus, hugot ang akong pagtuo nga ikaw ang Diyos sa kaluoy. Gawion ko ang pagtuo nga taming sa panaw sa kinabuhi.
Tubag ni Jesus.
Ako nakaila kanimo. Sayon ako kung kinsa ikaw sa diha pa sa tiyan si mong inahan, hangtod karon. Gipili ko ikaw nga mahimong membro DMC o agakon ko ikaw latas sa katuigan.
Ritual 2. Kapito kinhawaa si Jesus, uban sa hilom nga pag-ingon. Jesus, sulod sa akong kasing-kasing. Og sa kapito pod nga pagbuhi sa ginhawa, hinginli si Satanas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Tubag ni Jesus.
Sa pagkakaroon, batia ang akong presensya. Sulod sa imong kasing-kasing. Sama nga nasulod na ikaw sa ako pod nga kasing-kasing.
Ritual 3. Sudunga sa mga mata sa pagtuo, nga tanang mga miyembro DMC nakigkupot sa tanang mga kabos.
Sabat.
Ginoong Hesus, nanumpa kami sa tumang pagbulig sa tanang mga kabos sa imong ngalan.
Tubag ni Jesus.
Makikupot po ako sa matag usa kaninyo. Gatusan kapilo ang ibalos ko. Magmalipayon ikaw.
Ritual 4. Nilagyuay nga pagpanday sa taytayan sa pagtuo ug gugma alang sa divine mercy.
Sabat.
Ginoong Hesus, samtang naglatay ikaw niining taytayan, ayuha ang among mga sakit sa kalag ug lawas.
Tubag ni Jesus.
Samtang naglakaw latay ako sa balang taytayan. Akong ipabaha ang akong dugo sa tumang paglimpyo sa lanlaing kakulangan ninyo. Dugo kini na akong giula sa Kalbaryo aron pagluwas sa matag usa kaninyo. Dugo kini sa gugma.
Ritual 5. Vaccine, divine mercy kontra coronavirus.
Sabat.
Ginoong Hesus, sukad sa pagkaylap sa coronavirus sa December 2019 hangtod karon, among gihulagway ang virus usa ka gaba. Kay ang salapi mauna ang gipakadyos. Gaba nga nakapatay na og pipila na ka milyon. Nakapaguba sa kalibutanong ekonomiya. Pipila ka milyon nga nawad-an og trabahon. Ang mga kabos ni samot pagkaalaot. Kami naghinulsol. Pasaylua kami.
Tubag ni Jesus.
Isip Diyos sa kaluoy, gipasaylo ko kamo. Pag matuod sa akong kaluoy, nining tungura, sukad karong adlaw, nagmugna ako og vaccines divine mercy. Repeat, vaccines divine mercy. Vaccines kini sa gugma o pagtuo. Nga sa pag-injeksyon ini sa tuo ug walang bukton, pinagi sa mampun nga pamalandong, makasagang o makaayo sa gaba coronavirus. Amen. Nining tungura, pinaagi sa mga mata sa pagtuo gugma. Sudungon ta si Jesus nga naa sa atong atubangan. Ug uban ni Brother Julius, mag-pre-over kita.
Ginoong Jesus, ako ito, na ikaw Diyos sa kaluoy, ug sa sagrada siya. Igugmaon ko ang mga laon ng kabus, na binulsol ako sa akong mga sala. Pasayloa ako, ayuha ang mga sakit sa akong lahat. Ayuha.
Dinggi Alert! Aron paglikay sa dinggi atong batasanon ug atong sundon ang 5S. Number 1, search and destroy. Limpyuhan ang mga dapit ganay mga nagpundo nga tubig. Number 2, self-protection. Magsulob og long sleeves ug pantalon, magpahid og mosquito repellent. Number 3, seek early consultation. Magpakonsulta dayon sa doktor kung dunay